we are back. Back again with some more Pokemon Run&Bun. Picking up with our current furthest attempt at our hardcore Nuzlocke here. In the last stream, we did the optional Shoal Cave encounter. We beat the double battle to get into there, and then we wanted to get a Hisuian Goodra, but ended up with a Duraludon, which is way worse, unfortunately. So now there's nothing left to do except start taking on our trainer, our 7th gym, Tate and Liza's gym. And the very first fight of this gym, all the fights in this gym are double battles designed to have a gimmick behind them and to be very difficult. The first of which is considered by the creator of this game to be the hardest battle in the game. And after taking some hours trying to go over how to plan out this fight, I have to agree. It's yeah, I tried coming up with multiple different lines to make it as least risky as possible. I was definitely not coming up with a riskless line, unfortunately, but yeah, I was hoping to. I had come up with one line that was actually pretty good, that involved using Dragapult. But unfortunately, there's a bug in this game where Dragon Darts doesn't avoid fairy types in double battles, which is very unfortunate because that would have made things so much easier. But because of that, I have to go with a much riskier line, which I have a very high chance of wiping. Well, I guess not a very high chance, but it's the this is the highest risk that I've taken in a fight so far to be able to come out on top. There's a lot of things that could go wrong, so I could very much wipe this fight, but this is the best I could come up with. If there might have been a better line, I just can't see it, but yeah, I'm just gonna roll the dice on this one, basically. Hopefully the luck will be in my favor. If not, you know, I'm very happy with how this attempt has gone so far. If I do wipe here, I don't know if I'll be continuing with Run&Bun attempts, just because it takes so much time and there's so much investment, so I might move on to something else in that case. But I really have to see this run keep on going. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and head into the gym here. So, first fight's up ahead here. Let me go ahead and save. And triple check all my items here. What's up in the chat? Karima, Nathan. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Alright, so Metal Coat, no item, Person Berry, Ghost Gem, Person Berry, XP Share. Okay. Well, let's see if our fate's sealed here. Alright. We just need some luck. But I think we could do this. Let me just triple check the calcs one last time. Lane, this is a modded version of Emerald, Pokemon Emerald, called Run&Bun. It's considered the hardest custom-made Pokemon game currently out. And I've been doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of it, which is basically if your Pokemon faints in battle, you can no longer use it. So yeah, and if you want to check out this battle, I'll explain why it's hard to explain succinctly why this is difficult, but I can explain it as this fight goes, because this is probably the best example of how difficult a fight can be for a Pokemon game. So let's go and do it. Psychic Preston and Mara. Alright, so this is the 7th gym, Tantalizes Gym. It's designed around very difficult double battles. For this battle, what makes it so difficult is that the Sylveon and all of the Sylveon side have explosion moves. Like, Sylveon here has Misty Explosion that it wants to use. And on the other side, the Noivern here and the others have the ability Telepathy, which make them immune to any explosion moves. So, and the Noivern here also has Tailwind, and just does ridiculous damage and outspeeds everything with a Life Orb. So, yeah, navigating this fight is razor thin. I had a pretty good line that I came up with to take out the Noivern side first. However, there's a bug in this game with Dragon Darts, which makes it not work. So I have to take out the Sylveon side instead. So the first turn is guaranteed, though. What I'm going to do, simply, with a Metal Coat, my Excadrill can outspeed in one shot the Sylveon. And I'm going to use Fake Out to prevent Noivern from attacking the first turn. Alright. So, Sylveon goes down. Next thing that should come in is Metagross. Perfect. Alright, so again, this Metagross also has Explosion. But right now, it sees a KO on my Sneasler. Always with Zen Headbutt, and sometimes with Meteor Mash. And the Noivern always sees a KO as well with Hurricane. So both sides, majority of the time, are going to be attacking my Sneasler. However, the Noivern, half of the time, or half of its rolls, can also see a KO into my Excadrill with Focus Blast. Basically, this is one of the riskiest turns. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swap my Excadrill into my Basculegion, which ideally is not going to be taking an attack this turn. And then I'm going to swap my Sneasler to my Togedemaru to take hopefully both attacks. So this is the riskiest part because basically, because Noivern sometimes sees a KO in Excadrill, it's about a 25% chance that it'll attack Excadrill this turn. And Metagross doesn't always see a KO. It could sometimes go for it can sometimes go for Meteor Mash instead of Zen Headbutt on my Sneasler. I need my Togedemaru to take a specific amount of damage this turn. So I need to swap Togedemaru in. If Togedemaru doesn't take enough damage, then I'm not always showing a KO on it the next turn, which means my Basculegion could be in danger. If it takes too much damage, Togedemaru could get KO'd, which would really suck, because it's a very great Pokemon in this game. But I didn't find any other way to get around this, so I think the optimal HP range I need to be is between 56 and 91 HP. So if we are lucky enough to get into that range, the rest of the fight should be perfectly fine. So I'm gonna swap in here and hope I get some luck here. Alright, come on, let's see. We need Basculegion to not get attacked by Noivern this turn. Let's see Hurricane. Oh, dang it, it did go. And it goes, so it's Zen Headbutt. Okay, so that... Alright, so that's already one of the bad things that happened. Yeah, Noivern went for an attack on Basculegion instead of... the Noivern attacked my Basculegion instead of my Togedemaru. So this is now one of the bad timelines. My Togedemaru is now at 106 HP, which is actually a really good roll. That was a high roll, but I'm not always guaranteeing a Zen Headbutt from the Metagross on my Togedemaru this turn. So basically, what I'm gonna do here is I need to use a Ghost Gem boosted Poltergeist to be able to one-shot this Metagross. So I'm gonna do that. However, I am slower. So I'm gonna use Spiky Shield. I need Metagross to attack Togedemaru this turn. If Togedemaru attacks my Metagross, I could be in a lot of trouble here. So, come on. We need some luck here. Come on. Attack my Togi. Focus Blast. That's always guaranteed. Ah, no! Dang it! Ah, don't flinch, don't flinch, don't flinch. Okay. Okay. We didn't flinch, but that's really, really bad. This is going terribly. Alright, so unfortunately because of that, so we're in the bad timeline now. We got the bad luck. So unfortunately now okay, let's see. My Basculegion's at 123 HP. I am unfortunately now showing a KO from the Noivern as well. If my Basculegion hadn't gone attacked there, I would have been perfectly fine. But now the Noivern can attack either side. And let me see, I believe Drifloon could also attack the Basculegion side. And it is faster. Okay. Yeah, so this is as bad as it could have gotten. So I need to do a backup here. So Noivern has a 50-50 now to attack either side. It'll always attack Bastion Legion with Hurricane, and it'll always attack Togi with Focus Blast. The Drift Blim sees a KO with let me see, does it see a KO on my Togi? Sometimes with Shadow Ball and Togedemaru, but it always is a KO with Shadow Ball. So either one side's getting both attacks, or one side's taking one of the attacks. So I think the plan here I brought a backup here just in case this happened. I brought my what's this thing called? Mienshao as a potential sack if needed. So I think what I need to do, since Basculation can potentially get attacked with Hurricane, I need to switch that for Mienshao as a potential sack. And I need to switch Togedemaru, I believe, most likely into my into Dragapult to be able to KO the Driftblim on the next turn. I could also try going for a KO on the Driftblim, but majority of the time it should be attacking Basculation, and it would just die. So yeah, I'm completely steering now. I gotta play to my outs though. Yeah, the worst case scenario is Driftblim goes for the attack on Togi's side. If I do switch into Dragapult, Shadowpult would deal a lot of damage. A crit would guarantee KO. But I believe, let me see. Togi right now is at 106. So it's about a 70% chance that the Driftblim sees a KO on the Togi side. So that's not insignificant. I could also try swapping to Excadrill maybe on the potential Hurricane. Yeah, I need to think this through. I don't want to do anything too hasty here. So, best case scenario here, I swap Basculation to Mienshao to get a free sack. And then from there I could bring in Sneasler to get a fake out off. Or I could try risk leaving Vascular Legion in. But Vascular Legion is a good mon to have. I mean, I have other ghost types, but okay, so if I do the double swap, I can bring Mianshao in potentially to get KO'd, to get a free swap. I could bring Togi back in for another spiky shield. And then I could, after KOing Driftblim with Dragapult, I could swap to Sneasler and then continue from there. Yeah, I think this is the best I could do here. So, yeah. So, but the thing that would be very bad is if the Drifloon attacks my Togi side with Shadow Ball, and I do swap in on a Shadow Ball, I would be dead to a crit. But I think I need to take that risk. I think I need to go for that. Alright, so I'm gonna swap. Let's see if Mianshao doesn't get hit, potentially. The majority of the time it should. If Mianshao is still alive, I can do some damage on the Driftblim before going down. Or just let it get killed by the Noivern. Yeah. Yeah, I think I have to go for this. I really need Dragapult to not get attacked by Shadow Ball here. Alright, come on. We need some luck. Please. Oh, no, no. No, no, wrong side. Alright. Yeah. Vascular Legion for Mianshao. Togi for Dragapult. Please don't attack my Dragapult. Alright, there's a Hurricane. Oh, I think unfortunately Dragapult's gonna get attacked here. Yeah. Don't crit. Okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, so now from here, I can bring Sneasler in. Or I could bring Togedemaru in. Because now I can go for a KO on Drifblim with Phantom Force, but it's a 2-turn move. I outspeed the Noivern, so if I bring in Togedemaru, the Noivern would have to go for Focus Blast on that side. So I could bring Togi in, use Spiky Shield on the first turn of Phantom Force. And then swap to Sneasler. Or no, it has to be Sneasler. Because I need to outspeed the Miss Magius at the end. Yeah. So I'm gonna go to Togi here. So I'm baiting attacks from both sides. So I'm gonna Spiky Shield. And I'm gonna use Phantom Force on the Drifblim here. This will protect Togi. This will protect Dragapult on this turn. Yep, perfect. Alright, so now on this turn, I need to swap to my Sneasler and not get crit. Okay. Togi level up. And there's a Focus Blast on Sneasler. Alright. Okay, so alright, so now the left sides are completely gone. We should be in a good position now to take down the rest here. So the problem is because I took that Shadow Ball on my Dragapult, I believe. Let me see. Actual Shadow Sneak from Gardevoir deals 66. So we wouldn't be dead from the Gardevoir. It should be the Miss Magius first, since it has a Focus Sash, and that shows that it's not gonna get outsped in one shot. So I think right here we might be good, because now I can fake out the Noivern and take it out with Dragon Darts. Alright, and this should always be Miss Magius next. Let's see, does Miss Magius see a KO on Dragapult with Shadow Sneak? I believe not. No, so it shouldn't go for it since it's holding its focus sash. It doesn't see that it's outsped in one shot. It's gonna go for a slow kill instead with Shadow Ball, but we both outspeed. So we can just double hit it for the KO with a knockoff plus Dragon Darts. Or I guess I could go for Sucker Punch too, to out-prioritize if it does. Yeah, that works too. So we're gonna go for knockoff. And Sucker Punch. And this should take it out. Perfect. And this just leaves Gardevoir. And again, this one does seize that it's outsped in one shot. But I believe we always survive both sides. So I can just go for Poison Jab plus Sucker Punch. Yeah, this will never... Kurt will never kill this. Whew. Whew. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, we made it. It's... Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't believe it's... Oh, thank God. I can't believe we made it out of that. Oh man. Oh. That was stressful. Man. I was very close to having everything fall apart there. But we were able to play through out with one worthy sacrifice needed. But we made it out. Okay. Whew. Man. Man, I got some pretty bad luck there too. But we were able to make it work. Man, it's... man, this game. You know, that's only the first battle in this gym. Thankfully, from what I understand, it is the hardest outside of the actual gym the gym leader fight, but still. Well, we're still living. This run's still alive. We're now at 12 deaths. Let me adjust that. Alrighty. Alright, well, I don't know if I have enough brain juice to do another fight, but we could at least start taking a look at it. If I can. We could just take a quick look at it. The next fight, I already know it's not going to be as tough. It's just a Trick Room themed double battle, so yeah, we could take a look at it here. Man, I feel a huge mixture of both relief and like Relief and stress. Because this is definitely not over. And so I know Togedemaru leveled up. I need to adjust that here. 82. Let's see. So for this fight, one side has Mons with Trick Room, and the other side have really slow guys that are very strong. So we just have to take out the Trick Room side without it setting up the Trick Room, and then we should be fine. So let me lower the brightness a little bit. Take a look here. I know the Porygon 2 I'm able to take out with Sneasler. I could use Vascular Legion. I'm glad I didn't sack it, because it's actually pretty good for this fight. So I just need to bait KOs on the other side. So I could use something like... Berserker actually doesn't show that too many KOs on my guys. I could start off with maybe... Copperajah could be good. It is slower. So on turn 1, I could use Life Orb, Sneasler to one-shot the Porygon 2. I'm baiting Close Combat from the Berserker. On the next turn, I'd be baiting an Iron Tail. Let's see. That's it. I think no matter which side... Because I can swap Copperajah to Vascular Legion on the Close Combat from Berserker. I think both would bait in order. Would have to be Jellicent. And, 'cause, 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 ' Jellicent first before Hatterene. So Sneasel would be baiting both a... Well, Sneasel would only be baiting an Iron Tail, since Basculegion would outspeed and KO the Jellicent. So I could just go... I could go to Excadrill. Or I could go... I can also go Togi. But I could probably just set up a chain from the rest with Excadrill. Yeah, because... we outspeed both these guys. I could just use a spell tag. Let me see. Spell tag. Let's see. 86.8 plus Iron Head. Yeah, that always KOs. Yeah, so this fight actually looks pretty straightforward. I think we could do this second fight, and then I'll probably wrap it up there for today, because I need to relax after getting past that first fight. This looks like it could just be a 4-mon fight, so let's see. So again, turn 1, Life Orb, close combat KO, Porygon 2 as I swap Paparaja, baiting close combat into Basculegion. This will bring in Jellicent. Turn 2, outspeed one-shot Jellicent with Poltergeist. I'm baiting Iron Tail from Berserker. So I can just swap to Excadrill, who can take an Iron Tail. And then in that position, I can outspeed both Hatterene and Berserker and KO them both. Hatterene might use Protect. You have to be careful for that. Let's see if it does go for Protect. I have multiple options here in case there's a Protect. So let me just see. Okay, so after I KO, I can KO Jellicent with Poltergeist. Sneasler is baiting Iron Tail. Iron Tail's not guaranteed accurate, so I could instead go to something like Togi. And I could use Fake Out on the Berserker. To bait a close combat. So, yeah, I could Fake Out Berserker and go for the KO on Hatterene with Basket Legion. If Hatterene does use Protect, then I can just use Spiky Shield on the next turn. Since I'd always be baiting a close combat from the Berserker side. And then from there, I can then get a free switch, outspeed, and one-shot the Berserker. And then I can just freely go to whoever from there. Looks like the best would probably just be Blaziken. Yeah. So actually, it would be Basket Legion out. So it would probably be better to just go for a Ghost type. So I could just go to Dragapult. Those two should be able to sweep up the rest. I can just do 2 poltergeists on the Berserker as I swap Togi on from a close combat into Dragapult, and then just sweep from there. Yeah, I think this all looks good. Alright, so why don't let's go ahead and prep this here. So let's run through again. So turn 1, Life Orb boosted, close combat takes out Porygon 2. Paparaja baits fast KO with close combat into Basculegion. Porygon will then bring in Jellicent. On turn 2, I outspeed and one-shot Jellicent with a spell tag boosted Poltergeist from Basculegion. As Sneasler baits a slow KO with Iron Tail from Berserker. I can swap Sneasler into Togi on the Iron Tail. Jellicent would then bring in Hatterene. I can go for a Fake Out on the Sneasler with Togi, as I go for out fast KO with Poltergeist. If Hatterene protects, I can just use Spiky Shield and then go for another attack. And then from there, Togi would be baiting close combat from Berserker, swap to Dragapult, and then 1v1 the Berserker side with Dragapult and Basculation combo. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's go and do this here. So we need Paparaja and Sneasler. We need Rakiv and Bask. Oh, it's all the same team here. That's nice. And then I could bring something else for some XP share for the Togi. Take off. I already did. Let's see. Who would be good to split XP with? I could just use Starmie. Alright, so let's see. For items, we need Life Orb for Sneasler. We need Spell Tag for Vascular Legion. We don't need an item for Togi. Actually just double check something here. What if Berserker gets the iron defense drop with Iron Tail? If he gets a crit drop, he could be baiting Iron Tail instead of close combat. So I should give Togi a Citrus Berry just in case. So that can't happen. And then I don't need an item for Dragapult. And then I could just give Split XP with Starmie. That should be good. There we go. Light's a little bit more balanced now. So, let's see, Life Orb, no item, Spell Tag, oh, did I not level up Vascular Legion there? Oh, oops, I was supposed to. Oh, oops. Oh, shoot, that could have been very bad, because the Ghost Gem boosted Poltergeist I did on the Metagross was not a guaranteed one-shot thing. Well, I got bailed out. Oh, that's crazy. I don't even want to think about that. Yeah, I have Vascular Legion at level 85 in my calc, so... Ugh. Not good. But we're fine, we're fine. It's all good. No worries. This should be fine. Yeah, let me... Oh, I didn't change that on the trainer sheet here. Let me... Yeah, so this is the double battle. Again, like I said, it's a Trick Room teamed battle. But it's actually pretty easy. It's thankfully, compared to the last one. So... Yeah, let's go ahead and... We'll do this second fight for the gym, and then I'll call it there for today. So let me triple check. Life Orb, no item, Spell Tag, Citrus, No item. XP to share. And let me just triple check the calc one last time. I think we're good. So, we beat these guys, so let me go ahead and save here. And then Caparajah should be... Oh yeah, I should switch. I don't think it matters, but I should put Caparajah in the first slot, since that's what I want to be fading in next. Because Porygon 2 should be in the first slot. Yeah. Alright. Okay. Gym battle. 7th gym battle number 2. Let's go and do this here. Triple check. Can never be too sure of this game. Alright. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Psychic Blake and Samantha. So, this is the second fight of Tantalizes Gym. The theme for this double battle is Trick Room. So the Porygon 2 and all the Mons on that side have Trick Room that it wants to set up. And the Berserker side have slow guys with huge attack stats to want to take advantage of that. Trick Room is actually not too difficult to work around, thankfully. This fight is pretty much riskless. The Berserker does have Fake Out, but it can't use it on Sneasler because it has Inner Focus. And Berserker sees a fast KO on my Caparajah with Close Combat. So the AI would rather go for the fast KO than to use Fake Out. So knowing that, I'm going to swap Caparajah into my Basculegion on the incoming Close Combat. And then with the Life Orb, even with its Eviolite Close Combat, just barely always one-shots the Porygon 2 here. So Close Combat takes out Porygon. Sneasler's a beast. And then Close Combat into my Basculegion. This should be Jellicent. Perfect. Alright, so now again Jellicent also has Trick Room. But my Basculegion outspeeds and with a spell tag can one-shot it with Poltergeist. And Berserker sees a slow KO into my Sneasler with Iron Tail. So it'll always go for that. So I'm going to swap to my Togedemaru on the incoming Iron Tail here. And ideally it doesn't get a crit, so that way you don't have to waste a Citrus Berry here. So we take out Jellicent. Oh, nice crit. And then we see Iron Tail on Toki. Perfect. Alright. And now the only thing that's left on the right side is a Hatterene. And again, Basculation also simply outspeeds and one-shots this with Poltergeist. So we're going to do that. It does have Protect, which it could potentially use. But if it does, it's perfectly fine because I'm going to fake out to the Berserker to prevent it from attacking. If the Hatterene does use Protect, then I can just Spiky Shield and go for the KO in the next turn. So, let's see what it does here. Oh, another crit. It's interesting. Alright, so it didn't Protect, so we just take it out. Cool. And the right side is now all gone, so now it's just the Berserker side. So Berserker is going to go for a KO on my Togi with Close Combat. So as it does that, I can start attacking the Berserker here with Poltergeist. And I will swap Togi for Dragapult on the incoming Close Combat. So this will deal about half. Yep, it doesn't affect. And then from here, we basically just reap the rest. Because again, without Trick Room, the left side is all super slow. We can just outspeed and deal with the guys. So we can just go for... Let's see, what should we go for here? Because I do need to save... I think I could... I have 2 more PP left with Poltergeist, so... Yeah, I could just go for another Poltergeist, because... the last Poltergeist I'll use on the Bronzong. So yeah, we'll go Poltergeist, and let's go Dragon Darts. The Dragon Dart should just take it out here. Alright, cool. So again, we just bait in the next one, which is Rampardos. And Rampardos, we can just double up with a Dragon Darts plus Liquidation combo. So we'll go Liquidation, Dragon Darts. Alright. And then lastly is just a Bronzong, which we can double up with Flamethrower plus Poltergeist. I really love the Poltergeist animation for this game. Alright, and there we go. Very clean. Riskless fight for number 2. Alright, very nice. Alright, so I'm gonna... That's first 2 fights done for the gym. I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Because I need a mental break after those fights. But I'm glad the run's still alive, thankfully. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it there. Really appreciate anyone who tuned in to watch. Hoping everyone has a great rest of their day, and I'll see everyone when I stream next.